We begin tonight on COVID Watch. The numbers of positive test results increased in 39 states over the past week. There have been record high hospitalizations in the Midwest. Nationwide, we're seeing nearly 44,000 new confirmed cases every day on average, and increasing steadily over the past month. In Wisconsin, the governor calls the situation dire. Some hospitals there overwhelmed. It's getting so bad in Wisconsin, they're opening an emergency field hospital to try and deal with the overflow. Our COVID coverage begins there. Gabe Gutierrez in the hard-hit city of Green Bay. Gabe.
Shep, doctors here say the situation is getting increasingly dire. I'm outside Lambeau Field, where this week the Green Bay Packers announced that they will no longer allow fans until further notice here at this iconic stadium. But the real story is the dramatic increase in COVID cases and hospitalizations. This we saw video today from inside one of the local hospitals here, St. Mary's, where doctors and nurses are battling this crisis. About a month ago, there were some 800 or so COVID cases daily in Wisconsin. Now that number is above 2,300. And as you mentioned, Shep, today the governor announced that he was activating a field hospital at the state fairgrounds near Milwaukee. We spoke with one of the doctors at the center of this crisis today. This is the picture he painted.
The situation in Wisconsin, best way I can describe it, it's awful. From the number of patients turning positive every day compared to the number we're testing, to what's actually happening inside of our hospitals. We're admitting more and more people that have COVID-19, and what that's doing, it's causing the whole system to somewhat almost get on the verge of collapse, because then we can't take care of everybody else.
On the verge of collapse, Shep, that doctor says that some of the major hospitals here are one bed away from reaching their capacity. And tomorrow, Shep, here in Wisconsin, a new order from the governor takes effect, mandating that businesses and indoor gatherings are capped at 25%. But as you know, this is creating a lot of controversy here. Just several months ago, the state Supreme Court agreed with Republican lawmakers and struck down the governor's stay-at-home order. Many business owners here and Trump supporters also say that any type of shutdown will be disastrous for this state's economy, Shep.
Gabe, months ago in New York, worried about bed space and ventilators, and across the country, really. What's the biggest concern in Wisconsin?
Well, Shep, ventilators here aren't the problem, according to the doctors we spoke with. And bed space is a concern, but the real issue they're having with is staffing. There's a concern if any of the doctors and nurses get sick, it'll be tough to replace them. And so, Shep, you'll recall several months ago, it was doctors and nurses from across the country going to New York City. Now, doctors and nurses and health professionals here in Wisconsin are asking for help to beef up staffing as they deal with this crisis, Shep.
Gabe, thanks. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.